Try to set it up so you can see her. This is Bo, my dragon. She'll be co-piloting with me for the next week. Weekend. If you don't know, my equipment is kind of like very outdated. It's probably the best way to put it. I had a computer that was able to run Windows 10, and it is now gone. And I am trying to figure out how to save up the money to buy a new computer. And I am not doing so hot with that. Second job is looking like more and more like a possibility than before. Even if I get my wish, better benefits, and actually delving into my retirement and doing this stuff, the extra time they give me will be nice to have, because that's more money. And obviously the pay raise will be nice to have, because that will be more money, but it's not so much more money. I have to actually pay into my retirement, which kind of makes up for the fact that I'm with this. So I might not even be able to pay into my retirement. I might just be screwed. But I need that extra money. There's like a drag when I hit the gas. Like the engine's engaging, but it's not giving me the thrust. And it's just seeming like it's making a loud noise, so maybe it's missing. I don't know. I definitely gotta get this. I mean, it's still working, so. So that's basically where I'm at. So this weekend I tried to do. I know. I've crapped on gameplay for a very long time, and it's obviously something that I have done in the past. I've done Blood Bowl and Lord of the Rings online. So it's not like I don't do online gaming. Because of my current situation, there is no way way. I mean, I did try to install Lord of the Rings online. Yeah, it eats up everything. There's no way I could run OBS and Lord of the Rings online if it were working. And somebody wrote that I should uninstall and reinstall OBS, and of course they only have a Windows 10 setup, and then I read where it's only for Windows 10s that you'd be able to do that. I am on a laptop. That made it even worse. And because I'm on a laptop, and my previous computer also was a laptop, because I'm on a laptop, what's known as an all-in-one. Because I'm on a laptop, it's also something that happens. So it might, like I said, that might be a reason why it was happening with my previous laptop, and it has nothing to do with the laptop basically on the verge of just dying. Which of course I didn't know until it was dead. There was probably warning signs, but I probably ignored them because, like my car, it's still running. I'm still going. Acting like I'm saving up all this money for a laptop or a new computer, because I think I'm going desktop. I'm acting like I'm saving up all this money. I haven't saved anything, and it's just like going, oh yeah, guess what? Car needs to go in for servicing. I am not doing well at all. Not doing well at all. I think I'm just too overwhelmed by everything, and I'm using my streaming as an excuse to procrastinate and not do the things that I need to get done. But it will all come to a head. Streaming doesn't pay the bills, so look at the amount of attention that I need to be giving things, and streaming actually starts to fall by the wayside. And this job that I hate doing, it's paying me, so it ends up having more of a priority. I freaking hate adulting, and this is adulting. I would love, there's nothing more I would love than to just pretend like none of this is going on in my real life, and I'm independently wealthy or something like that, and I have the time to spend doing this, but I don't. And people who do, and people who are able to maintain, even the ones that are, monetized and making money, and on Twitch, even where you can make money a lot, you can make more money faster. It's just that ultimately you are draining the system, and the people who would support you is because, and I'm repeating myself about my family that I grew up with. Yeah, I don't depend on them at all. Never have. And they have helped me out. They have gone to bat for me, and they have done so much for me in my life that I should be freaking grateful and worship at their feet about. But the thing is that they've never actually supported me. And me doing this, like none of them know that I'm doing this, and it's not, them not knowing is not because I'm keeping it a secret or hiding it or, trying to avoid them being a part of this. I'm not. In fact, I started streaming with my real name. I wasn't cute. My first video was a face reveal. I had no intention of ever being a VTuber. I do the trending stuff. And I always do it my way. I don't do it normally. I don't do it, it's never, I never do it exactly like everybody else. I always put my own spin on it. Even something simple, it will be my own spin on it. And the reason I do that, the only reason I do that, is because I don't expect anybody to find it, see it, or act or react to it. I have, I'm getting very close. I'm 2,600, so I only gained 100 something, 100 change new followers on Twitter. Friday or Saturday. I forgot when last time I announced what I was at. But it's still growing. It's still going up, and I am participating and activating. And one of the good things about it is that I'm getting back more, and it could just be for the simple basic reason that the reason that there's more of a reaction on Twitter for me is because I just have more people following me. There's more people actually seeing what I'm doing. The majority of the people who follow me on Twitter don't care. In fact, you could probably say 99% of them don't even care one lick that I'm a YouTuber. The people on Twitch don't care that I'm a YouTuber. They don't know. There is such a disconnect between YouTube and Twitch that it baffles the hell out of me. My fellow YouTubers I follow about 1,000 people. I mean, I'm subscribed to about 1,000 channels. I know most of the people who follow me, who are subscribed to. I've gotta get the thing right. I know that most people who subscribe to me on YouTube, don't have their own. They're not YouTubers themselves. So the thousands, I say thousands, the 1,000 pages that I follow, I subscribe. The 1,000 pages that I subscribe to on YouTube, most of them do not subscribe back to me. And I don't know why that is, because I'm at the point where I'm about ready to basically just say, unsubscribe to all of them. You know, I try to freaking, do a whole thing about it. And the only reason that I haven't is because I think there's about 10 people who are subscribed to me, but also have YouTube pages. And I don't want to unsubscribe to their YouTube page. They're the only reason that I just keep subscribing. I still subscribe to a lot of YouTube pages. And I do that because I'm hoping for the attention back. But they don't care. YouTubers don't care about YouTubers, and it's not a thing. And for some reason, subscriptions mean something. You don't pay. It's not like Twitch where you have to pay for your subscription. You don't have to pay to be subscribed to somebody. And maybe it's just because nobody wants to show me support. That could be what it is. That they literally do not want to support me. They do not want to see me succeed. They want me to support them, but they don't want the reverse, and they don't want the reverse. And that includes people in the community that I belong to, which I'm kind of like estranged from now, and it's kind of like odd, and I don't even know how to even describe it. But that community does not support me as a whole. There are definitely people in the community that support me. But that community just does not give a one rat's ass about me. It is basically what they could take. First I was offering everything freely, but they just demanded too much of me. And they don't give anything fucking back. I think that they think they do. I think that they think that, their friendship to me or whatever it is they think that they're actually offering is actually worth something. But me watching them, that's nothing. That's my support. That's me giving. Most of the people are boring. They don't really offer anything in their streams, and it gets into that thing where I get it. That's the reason that because of the community is one of the reasons why I don't like watching gameplay. It is so freaking boring and monotonous and just very repetitive. It's completely uninteresting. I'd rather play the game myself and find those things out. And maybe it's because gameplay is just easy to do. I mean, if you watch the StarCraft, there's a reason that I was scuffed. It was me trying to figure out how to make it work. And that was most of it. me playing the game, boring. Boring. I wouldn't watch it. I mean, I did watch it. So, I'm saying I wouldn't watch it, and I did. But, I mean, there are people that are interested in that. There are people that think that that's great. And it's a retro game, too. So, there's a little bit of nostalgia involved in it, and maybe even, this is before, gaming became the games that it is today, which, just so you know, they all look alike. All the games today look identical. It's all that hyper real, not quite human, aesthetic on the graphics, and it's just, I don't like it. Actually, I've never liked it. And that has nothing to do with streamers themselves. It just has to do with how I feel about modern game, because they're all identical. People try to put them in different genres. It's first-person shooter. Almost every game that's produced right now is a freaking first-person shooter. You got first-person shooter and puzzle games, and that's it. And sometimes the puzzle game is a first-person shooter, and vice versa. Who cares? But yeah, so I did it not as a goof, but I did it, for reasons I just said. It's a little nostalgia, and I wanted to see what I can actually do. And I'm gonna have to hold off on gameplay. I think I'm gonna have to hold off on gameplay for a while. I might do it again, because I finally got Fallout 2 up and running, and I think it'd be fun to actually play that game from start to finish. Worms just didn't work out. Worms Armageddon, I had it downloaded and ready to go, and it just basically just did not work out at all. And I have things like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and stuff like that, but I definitely would need a joystick for that. Doing that with the mouse is just like, ugh, what a chore. Yeah, I still have my old flight simulator, but I'm not gonna try to reconnect to this. The computer that I'm using right now is actually too modern for a lot of the games I'm trying to play, which is one reason why I'm having trouble with them. Gonna have to figure it all out, but I am working on figuring out how what the big thing was with Twitch that changed, or who. It could have been a who. It could have been somebody who followed me back, because I have some fairly reputable people, and it could have been a bunch of who's that followed me back, and it could be the who's that I turned into queues. You know, that could very well be. And I should just continue doing queues with the random stuff. Now, I have to say, early on, I did, be Shoujo and Hollow Live, and that is a market that is pretty. I tapped into a pretty big market. So if anybody liked my Shoujo queues or Hollow Live queues, Shoujo I definitely have more of a connection to than Hollow Live, but and it showed, but I didn't have anything. The numbers is definitely did not start coming in until much later. There's definitely a large anime group that I'm connected to, which is absolutely fantastic. And like I said, it could have been a I make comments all the time. It could just be, a lot of people. One of the people had a lot of exposure, and the comment that I made got a lot of exposure. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But whatever that answer is, I don't know how to translate that to my YouTube page. The finished product might be more. The finished product might be more what people are really looking for, and that gets shown on Twitter than the actual watching me draw and talk and BS for a bit. And it's one of the reasons why Twitter seems to continue being what it is, while YouTube, I literally was like, tap dancing and going, look at me, look at me, look at me. And yeah, some people noticed, but for the most part, people were ignoring me. And it's been pretty disheartening, I have to admit. I don't know if it will cascade. Also on Twitter, I've had a multitude of followers. If you look at the numbers, it's I'm 15. I'm in my 15th year. Years, and if I guess you can't look at the numbers, but if you could see the numbers, you'd see that like I've been bouncing up and down, and I've now just recently just gone up. But there is a long track record with YouTube, and me making comments and me being a part of it. And I have a long history with YouTube. They said a long history with YouTube, long history with Twitter. I have a long history with Twitter, and so it's 15 years. It goes even beyond the Patron Saint of Mediocrity channel that I started on YouTube. Not much, but it's definitely there. It's definitely been a part of this. It's as old. I'm trying to think. I think it's as old as my Facebook page. Facebook originally was going to be my platform where I would post videos and do that. It's one of the Facebook is one of the main reasons that the YouTube pages never got off the ground. Both YouTube channels that I have. Facebook is the main reason behind why, and then my disdain for Facebook kept me from not doing what I needed to do. And also, you know, there's a little bit of laziness. Procrastination and everything like that. That also plays a role in why the YouTube channel, you know, is now only gone for 1.5 years, when it's been around for, you know, this is 8 years. 8 years. 8 years I've had this channel. And until January 31st, when I started streaming. Until then, you know, this channel has nothing. This channel just had a promise that I would be streaming one day. This is basically always meant to be a personal channel. The Patron Saint was supposed to be my business channel, or the online personality channel that I had. And it's kind of funny that I'm now using an avatar to represent me on my personal channel. I've changed. Changed the name of the channel. There's a lot of differences between what this was 1.5 years ago to what it is today. Yeah, those differences are astounding. We're just plugging away. The reason I'm not, like, packing it in and doing a show of force about how I'm leaving the other community is because I've already done that. I've already done, oh, I need some time. Oh, this is how you can support me, and this isn't supporting me. I've already done all of that. And just so you know, it hasn't fucking changed. It's all the same. They're exactly right where they were 1 year ago. The only difference is that now all of the ones who basically started streaming are now streamers with 1 year under their belt, and who cares? Who cares? They're paying more than, all of them are paying more in taxes than they are in earning money. And if they're not, I mean, think about how foolish that is, because even though Twitch is taking money from you, you have to pay taxes on that. So let's say you're paying 30% in taxes. There's an extra 50%, so it's double. So you make $5. You only get to keep $2. You only have $2 to spend. Because you have to pay $3. You have to pay $3 in taxes, while Twitch takes $5 from you, leaving you with the $5. Basically, that's all you're earning. You're earning to pay taxes. Then you have to get into a high tax bracket before you're actually earning money. It is insane. And I watch them just literally throw the money right back at Twitch by giving subs on other channels and things like that. It's just, it boggles my mind. And then somebody out there, they have the complaint where, YouTube does the same thing. And it's like going, YouTube pays out of ad revenue. I have to become monetized. Then I can have paid subscriptions and Prime and all the other things that people do with their YouTube channels. And, YouTube takes a huge chunk out of it. I don't know if they still consider you earning the money, the chunk that they take out of it, because they don't charge you for the ad, the earnings of the complete ad revenue, because you're only getting a small percentage of it. You're not even getting 50% of it, of the ads that play. That's how they're paying you. Paying you based on views and how many times people watch the ads. It's one of the reasons why I don't know if they still do it, but it's one of the reasons why they tell people, please don't have ad blocker on, please watch the ads, because that's how I get paid. Videos used to say that all the time, because that's how you get paid. It still seems to be true. People are earning money other ways. People are actually putting advertisements in there and getting paid by sponsors, that's a deal that they make. I think YouTube does take a little bit of the money from it, but that's the complete reverse, because that's you bringing in the ad revenue. And I think it's the complete reverse. Like, let's say you get 10% of the ad revenue from one sponsorship, and then when they pay you to run ads in your page, so you because you're not running ads, YouTube's taking a percentage for every time your video gets played. I mean, it's really kind of wacky in the way it all works out, but it definitely works out the way it is, and everybody makes money and everybody's happy, and it's not begging your viewers for money. Which is what Twitch has always been. Which has never been anything less than that. That basically you're not really entertaining anymore. You're campaigning to grab money from people, begging them for money, and then once you get that money from them, Twitch just basically takes it from you. And you make nothing. Can't even imagine, because I used to joke, but every time you pay a subscription, it costs you two subscriptions on your page every time you buy a subscription, that makes sense. A subscription's like, let's say $5. You're only making $2.50 per subscription that you have. You have to pay $5 to do a subscription, so that person can make $2.50. But the thing is that now the $3 that you have to pay in taxes, you don't even have the $2 extra, and that's 2 subscriptions. It's actually a little bit less than that. You're getting into $1.75, and your $1.75 to 75, you're getting 75 cents per subscription, and out of that 75 cents, then you know, yeah, and then you're paying the full amount. So you have to then pay the the $1.75 in taxes, or the $1.50 in taxes. It's on top of it, so you're just basically losing money. That's what I was trying to say. Just as a Twitch streamer, you're hemorrhaging money, and then you're thinking that there's going to be a payday eventually. I mean, I had somebody saying like, "Oh, if I could have 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that, I could quit my job." And it's like going, "No, if you get 1,000 subscribers, you're going to be hemorrhaging money. You need 10,000 subscribers before you can think about earning enough money to quit your job, and you have to stop hemorrhaging money. You have to start thinking about how this money pays for your stuff to keep streaming. Pays for the games that you're playing if you're a game streamer. The art supplies, the computer equipment, like me, what I'm going through, I literally have to earn that money. This after taxes. I'd have to not only be monetized in order for YouTube, and I'm using YouTube as the example now. In order for YouTube to pay me enough money, I would have to have at least 10,000 subscribers to basically buy my computer. I'd have to have 10,000 subscribers, and not only that, I'd have to at least have 40,000 viewing hours a month. And just so you know, my total in a year and a half is only 400. I literally would have to do 100 times more of what I'm doing right now, and find the time to do that. And that's just to pay for a new computer, and not even a laptop, a new computer. That's so I can afford to continue to stream. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go to work. I don't mean to even crap on everybody's parade or anything like that. I don't even know what time it is. I'm probably now late because I'm spending 15 minutes talking to you. Yeah, I'm almost late. So you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, cool beans. And yeah, don't forget to do that. Tag cool beans in the comments below, because you're cool. What can I say? And it'll make my day. All right, take care.